Hey there, friends! Okay then. I'm Andrew from the Scrap Box, and a couple years ago I submitted this to LEGO Ideas, which they promptly rejected. Only for a few months later them to display this creation. Now between you and me, I'm well aware that whatever LEGO puts out has probably been in production for upwards of 2 years, but still it felt to me like, hey, they stole that from me. Even though you and I both know that they didn't. Still felt that way, but they didn't. But it still felt that. Anyways, today I'm actually gonna go back in honor of spooky season, because it is October, and visit the Haunted Mansion by making 3 of the most iconic characters, the hitchhiking ghosts. We're also gonna make a little diorama for them all to stand on. I think that'd be nice. Now, in case you're wondering, a little bit of sniffles, feeling a little sick, gonna do the best I can. Don't judge me. I'll accept all your pity points though. Pity, 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 pity. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, let's get to it.
Before we continue our tour, is this portrait really growing longer? Or did you simply forget to like and subscribe?
Designing the ghosts. So if we are going to make our 3 specters the hitchhiking ghosts, the first thing we all have to agree on is a design for them. And I know you're wondering, Andrew, what do you mean agree on a design? They're already created, they already have a design. But that's honestly where we come into our first problem. This is a photo of the hitchhiking ghosts on the Haunted Mansion ride. However, this is a photo of the hitchhiking ghosts on the Haunted Mansion ride. Each character has a vast amount of differences between each photo. But which one is correct? It seems not even Disney's official artwork can figure this out. My first instinct was to go with the first iteration because, quote unquote, the original is always the best. But that's not always true. For instance, if you look at the original Pooh Bear, that's not my Winnie the Pooh. I don't know who that is.
Oh, bother.
And that could be said for countless other iterations of characters. So the first iteration is not always the best or most iconic. So we've got to scrap that and think of something different. Instead of seeing how these iterations differ, we should look to see how they're the same. For instance, almost every iteration of the ghost gives them light blue skin tones, perfect for LEGO's light aqua color. And for each character, we'll look at the average of their iterations to find out the best combination. Let's get started. Ezra. Ezra, also known as the skeleton, usually wears a long coat with a big blue bow on it. In most iterations, it seems as if he's wearing a frock coat that should go around to his knees. After making the torso, I went ahead and made some leg decals that brought down the coat and showed off his shoes. Though more than one iteration had him more in a sandal fit. His face was modeled after a Lord of the Rings figure, but bears his big toothy grin, and I made the eyes and teeth yellow so they stand out supernaturally. Smile for the camera, Ezra. Phineas. Phineas, or the Traveler, differs most in his designs. Sometimes he's depicted in a shawl, but from what I can tell, he's never actually worn one in the rides. He usually has a suit jacket, and sometimes a tie. I'm gonna tuck his tie in. His legs are pretty normal though, and I did show the length of the jacket. Phineas always sports a sleepy but happy look, so I gave him some droopy eyes and a bit of a smirk. There we go, Phineas. Where's your brother Ferb? Gus. Gus, or the Prisoner, is the simplest of all, as he dons what can only be described as a burlap sack of an outfit. Most of it is covered by his beard, so I only made a face decal for him. And even that is covered by the beard. Easy peasy. Now we can print them all onto water slide decals and prep each of our figures. This figure will become Ezra, so I need to sand it down. Close enough. But really it is important to sand all the parts so the decals stick and there's enough room for them. Found my bases for Phineas. And then finally, there's Gus. Nothing actually needs to change about him. We gotta put the decals in the water. No need to focus camera. No, I'm just gonna put this in here. Yeah, don't worry about it. Nice. 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 Hey, they look nice. Our decals have been applied, but of course there are some key characteristics that we still need to get. For instance, I'm going to be printing the bald cap? He's not completely bald. I mean, it's Alfred hair. That's what I call it. Bald on the top, got hair on the sides for our middleest ghost. We're going to have a painted top hat and a painted bowler's cap. Oh no, that's a fedora. But not like not the fedora. The fedora. Like the Harrison Ford fedora. Ew. It's the bald cap. And now that I'm finishing this final hat piece, we can take a final look at our hitchhiking ghosts. Phineas turned out really cute. I like his vibe, though I only had matching paint for the arms in a cheap acrylic, so the coating isn't the best. In the future, I might make a top hat hair combo, but I think this works for now. Pretty nice. I think Ezra is my favorite. His outfit matches the clean aesthetic most of the Disney mascot figures have, and his smile is amazing. His headpiece could use a bit more sanding, but overall, a solid A. Now if you're wondering why Gus's hands are different than the rest, it's because the light aqua hands are pretty hard to come by. But besides that, I think he looks just like he does in the ride. Overall, these Lego-wise depictions of the characters are not half bad. I like them. Now that we have the characters made, we can build our little diorama. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little road with a stone wall behind them, maybe a little fence, and then behind that a graveyard, just to build up the spooks and to show that they are on the side of the road because they are literally hitchhikers. So I went and I made a fence, a section for gravestones, a second section for gravestones, and then a road to tie it all together. Not bad. I also attached the ball and chain to the diorama because I wasn't quite sure how to attach it to the character. Let's see what it looks like with the figures. This might just be my collection of sniffles talking, but I am thoroughly impressed. They look really good, and honestly, I kind of wish Lego would sell this now. And there you have it. Our 3 hitchhiking ghosts. Perfect for a little display. Perfect for, I don't know, anything. Should I go back and make the big haunted mansion set? What do you think people would be interested in that? I don't know. I know I would have to get a lot of those the fancy gate pieces in sand green, which means I'd probably have to paint them myself, and that's going to be a whole thing. But let me know if you want me to make this. In fact, let me know what you would like to see next. I get tons of options, and I love to sift through them and see what you're interested in, because if nobody's gonna watch it, will I still make it? Probably. But if I want to make it and you want to see it, that's the perfect unison. I can do that. I can do this. There we go. There we go. That felt good. I'm going to put up the decals for our 3 hitchhikers on Patreon, free for members. So if you're a paid member or a free member, you will get them for free. All right. I've been Andrew. You've been watching the Scrapbox. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that fun stuff. Ring the bell for notifications. I'll see you next time, but don't forget to always say goodbye after using the Ouija board. That's right, you gotta move it to goodbye. Sometimes it just says bye. You gotta make it bye-bye. Otherwise, it's not done, and you're still in the thick of it. All right, bye.